Good evening. I am Lieutenant Daniel Rodriguez, commander of the Anne Arundel County Police Training Academy. I would like to welcome everyone to the graduation ceremony of the Anne Arundel County Police Department's 82nd Police Recruit Class. 7 months ago, these 32 men and women came to our police academy to begin their long journey on the road to becoming a police officer. Today, we are here to celebrate the achievement of that goal. The Training Academy staff has worked very hard to prepare the recruit officers for the many challenges that they will face while serving the community as police officers. During the academy, the recruit officers have had to overcome many physical and mental obstacles to meet the expectations of the Training Academy staff. It has not been easy, but as these recruits have been told, there is no sense of accomplishment in anything which is just handed to you. Their perseverance is to be commended. Through a demonstration of leadership, teamwork, and dedication, the recruit officers have excelled in their efforts to become the best law enforcement officers possible. On behalf of the entire Police Academy staff, we are very proud of each and every one of them. This is a very special day for these outstanding men and women, the Anne Arundel County Police Department, and for you, the family members and friends who supported them throughout their experience. We thank you for your continued support, and thank you all for being here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and honor that I present to you the recruit officers of the 82nd Police Recruit Class. Please hold your applause while they march into the auditorium. Corporal Edmonds, post. Please stand for today's invocation, presentation of the colors, and the singing of the national anthem. It is my pleasure to introduce Police Chaplain Reverend Lisa Bandel, who will provide today's invocation.
If you would, please join me in a moment of prayer. And let us pray. Dear God, we take this moment to thank you for all you are and all you have given us, our lives, our gifts, and our talents, and the opportunity we are given to serve our community. And we ask your blessing on this very special occasion. We offer thanks for the course of instruction, which has increased the knowledge and the skills and the confidence of these graduates today. Our prayer is that these graduates may take what they have gained here and use it with honor and service to our community. And so this evening, we must not forget to acknowledge those who have supported them, their family members, their trusted and caring friends, helping to motivate and to encourage them to make it to this final graduation day. Grant these new officers the kindness and the courage to value and to care for one another. For in a world where many people live in fear and loneliness, May these officers know that they are now a part of a very special extended family, the Anne Arundel County Police community, and thus they never go it alone. And lastly, we pray that you keep them safe and out of harm's way, and that you continue to guide them with honor. And all this and more, we give you thanks, O God. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Bandel. At this time, members of the Anne Arundel County Police Department Special Operations Section will present the colors, and Mrs. Laura Arnold will sing our national anthem. Color guard, please post.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order! Order! Out!
Thank you, Mrs. Arnold, for your outstanding rendition of the national anthem, and many thanks to the Special Operations Section for presenting our colors. Everyone, please be seated.
Last take two.
First, let me begin by personally congratulating the members of the 82nd Recruit Class for your dedication in completing one of the most challenging training programs you will ever attend. You have met these challenges with hard work, enthusiasm, and pride in yourselves. You have also been ambassadors for the agency with the numerous community support events which you participated in, such as the Freetown Community Christmas Day, the Special Olympics Polar Bear Plunge, and traffic control and support for the funerals of our fallen heroes from the Harford County Sheriff's Office. I'm proud of each of you, and I wish you the best of luck in your careers. At this time, I would like to take a few moments to acknowledge the many special guests who are in attendance this evening. I couldn't possibly stand up here and name every single person who's here in the audience, as well as those who couldn't be here tonight, but I want to thank everyone who played a part in this class's success. Please bear with me, as there are several people that I want to recognize for their continued support of the police department. I will ask that you please hold your applause until the various introductions are completed. Beginning with the guests on stage, Timothy Altomare, Chief of Police for the Anne Arundel County Police Department. Stephen Schuh, the County Executive for Anne Arundel County. Sheriff Jeff Gahler, the Sheriff of Harford County. Mr. Bill McMahon, Acting Director, Maryland Police and Correctional Police Training Commission. Deputy Chief Pamela Davis, Headquarters Capital and Special Projects. Deputy Chief Gerard Flemings, Operation Command. Deputy Chief Bill Cramp, Administration Command. Major Ed Bergen, Commander of the Bureau of Patrol. Major Michelle Simpson, Commander of the Bureau of Administration. Major Ross Passman, Commander of the Bureau of Operations and Investigations. Chief Alan Graves, Chief of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Colonel Rick Tabor, Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Department. Mr. Jonathan Church, Deputy State's Attorney for Anne Arundel County. Mark Hartzell, Chief Administrative Officer for Anne Arundel County. Ms. Andy Rhodes, Personnel Officer for Anne Arundel County. Mr. Andrew Prusky, Anne Arundel County Council, representing District 4. Mr. Pete Smith, Vice Chairman of the Anne Arundel County Council, representing District 1. Mr. Michael Peruka, Anne Arundel County Council, representing District 5. Mr. Jerry Walker, Anne Arundel County Council, representing District 7. Corporal O'Brien Atkinson, President of Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 70. Reverend Lisa Bandel, Anne Arundel County Police Department Chaplain. And Sergeant Steve McBee, who is the most senior member of the Anne Arundel County Police Department with 37 years of active service. Also in the audience tonight, we have former Chief of Police for the Anne Arundel County Police Department, Larry Tolliver, is with us this evening to celebrate with us. Next, seated in the audience to my left are members of the senior command staff of the Anne Arundel County Police Department. Captain Thomas Coleman, Commander of the Northern District. Captain Sean Urbis, Commander of the Eastern District. Captain Katie Goodwin, Commander of the Western District. Captain Joseph Jordan, Commander of the Southern District. Captain Frank Toohey, Commander of the Community Relations Division. Captain Eric Hodge, Commander of the Special Operations Division. Captain Ken Arbaugh, Commander of the Technical Services Division. Captain Herb Hassenpush, Commander of the Criminal Investigation Division. And Captain Fred Plitt, assigned to headquarters as the Executive Officer. Round of applause for all of them, please. Next in the audience, I want to recognize some members of our police personnel section. These are the people who worked hard to make sure that all of these graduating recruits were hired. Our police personnel section works very diligently to ensure that we hire only the best applicants for the position of police officer, and I would like to recognize them here in public for all of their hard work. Some of them could not make it here this evening. Captain Jeff Silverman, who's the commander of the Support Services Division. Lieutenant Tim Davis, the commander of the Personnel Section. Ms. Cindy Osterman, Police Personnel. Ms. Chanel Bassfield, who's a senior background investigator. Ms. Kathy Hood, Police Personnel. Corporal Steve Almendarez, Police Recruitment. Corporal Chad McFarland, Police Recruitment. And last but not least, who recently retired, Ms. Mary Ann Teamy, who retired as the Personnel Manager for the Police Department. Now I would like to introduce the Police Academy staff and ask them to stand when their name is called. The Academy staff is dedicated to making sure that our recruits receive the best training possible. This staff consists of some of the highest caliber instructors in the nation who are recognized by their peers for their expertise in various fields. I am honored to serve alongside of them as their commander. The administrative supervisor of the Academy is Sergeant Dan Saraboff. The Director of Entrance Level Training, Sergeant Matt Snyder. The Director of Firearms and Specialized Training, Sergeant Brad Rattel. On stage, the entrance level staff, Corporal Melissa Fox, Rackley. I'm sorry, Melissa. Corporal Brendan McGrath. Corporal Bill DeRazio. Corporal Todd McNamara, and Corporal Josh Twig. Next in the audience is our firearms and in-service training staff, Corporal Seth Martinez, Corporal Jeff Pivo, Corporal Mark Frazier, Corporal Ron Gamble, Corporal Erica Mahan, Corporal Mark Balonis, and the Academy Secretary, Mrs. Kim Simmons. Finally, I would like to thank all other special guests, outside instructors, drill instructors, and all officers who assisted with the 82nd recruit class. These men and women do a great service to the police academy by helping our recruit officers become the most professional police officers possible. Thank you all for your assistance. At this time, I would like to introduce Chief of Police Timothy Altomare.
Thank you, Dan. I know everybody has a burning question in their head tonight, and I'm going to answer it for you. It is as hot as it looks up here. Tonight's a great night. We're very proud to be here with you. I have two groups I want to talk to tonight. One of the groups is sitting in front of you. It's made up of your loved ones who have put so much of themselves and so many of their blood, sweat, and tears into the last 7 months. And then I'm going to talk to you, the loved ones who have truly made this possible for them and who are going to have to help sustain them in the next 20 to 37 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud of you tonight. We've had some talks, and you've heard a lot of things about what it means to be a cop today. And I just want to say a few things to you. I'm going to be very brief because I want to give time for my good friend Sheriff Gahler to talk because he's got a lot more important things to say than I do. But I'm going to start with this. We had a talk the other day, and I want you to take this to heart. 20 years from now, I want you to remember what without fail you each said in that hiring interview 7, 8, 10 months, 12 months ago. That you wanted to be a cop to help people. It's a very important thought. And sometimes as we get out there and the adrenaline starts going, we forget that. That we're here at the end of the day to do a bunch of things. First and foremost is to help people. It's to save human lives. It's to protect people's property. It's to sustain communities as places people want to live. And then after we give those things everything we have, it's about catching bad guys, enforcing the law, writing the tickets that we write, and those things. Number one is keeping people safe and helping them. Please remember that. The other thing I just want to say very briefly to you again is that everything we do wearing this uniform every day is a big deal to somebody. We talked the other day, ladies and gentlemen, about how the mere stopping of a motorist is a big deal to that person every time. How every time somebody's house gets broken into, it is the worst invasion of their lives that most people go through. So I want you to help your loved ones up front over the next 20 years remember what it means to be a cop. And remember that as they go to work every day, it may be their 7,000th day putting the uniform on. But to the people they interact with, it's going to be the biggest event in months or years of their lives. We're about to put the badges on you. You should be excited. Tonight it's going to feel like it weighs about as much as a feather. There's going to be days in the next 20 years that it weighs 7,000 pounds on your chest. You have to do it right. It's not easy every day. It's hard sometimes, but you have to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason, even if it costs you, ladies and gentlemen. And I know without a doubt you're going to make us proud, and you're going to continue to earn the membership in this family every day, just as we talked about the other day. So I had some profound stuff to say to your loved ones up front, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say to you, you should be as proud as you are tonight of them. They have, they've paid for these badges we're going to put on them tonight, the last 7 months. You heard Lieutenant Rodriguez talk about how hard our academy is. That's not a joke. We are probably the first, second, or third, depending on who's bragging over how many beers we're talking about. We're the top 3 hardest academies in the state, and we do it for a reason. You have helped them make the first milestone of their journey. In the next 20 years, they're going to come home a lot of nights with that badge weighing 7,000 pounds, and they're going to need your help every day in that journey to make it through 20 years in a healthy manner and successfully. I'll ask you to remember that we consider you family now with us. When you need us, we're going to be there for you. We're going to love these people in front of you. We're going to hold them accountable. When they mess up, I'm going to have to act like Dad did when they were kids. But we're going to love them and love you. And I need you to help them sustain that healthy balance in their life, because they need to remember to laugh, have fun, and be human as they make this journey. I'm going to close now with a single word, and that's pride. It's a huge thing for us in this profession. We have to earn the pride in ourselves every day. We have to continue to march as a profession forward in the certain knowledge that we're doing good for humanity and that we are holding up the traditions of our profession. I'm going to ask you every day to tell them how proud you are of them, and you, coming back to you, ladies and gentlemen, continue with that pride and make sure you earn it every day. Thank you. It's my pleasure now to introduce the County Executive, Mr. Stephen R. Schuh.
Thank you, Chief. What a great honor it is for me to be here with so many of our public safety professionals here in Anne Arundel County. Day in and day out, our police officers and sheriff's deputies and fire department personnel protect us from those that would do us harm. They act as a helping hand in uncertain times and a steady source of strength in our hardest hours. We're here this evening to welcome 32 new graduates into the ranks of our public safety professionals. Tonight, we celebrate a beginning. This is the beginning of your journey, helping to keep your fellow citizens safe. And it's a job of county government to make sure that you have the tools that you need to be successful in that journey. In the last year, we've initiated the largest investment in public safety in the history of Anne Arundel County. We began the drive to 800 sworn police officers by adding 10 new police officers last year. We increased staffing in the sheriff's office and in the state's attorney's office. We commenced development of a replacement for our aging and embarrassing police academy, and I'm sure that you wish we had started that project sooner. And launched development of a new central booking facility that will make your lives easier and will increase your productivity. And finally, we commenced development and construction of 4 new fire stations. We expect to build further upon those investments in the next budget. I'll be presenting it to the County Council in May, because we understand that protecting the public is one of the most basic and important functions of local government. And because we recognize that we are blessed, truly blessed, to have people like you who are willing to take up the mission of protecting the public. Nights like tonight remind us of how fortunate we are to live in a community that values those who risk their lives to keep others safe. Unlike some communities around the country, here in Anne Arundel County, we respect and value our police officers, sheriff's deputies, and firefighters. That we have so many brave young men and women willing to face danger on a daily basis is a testament to this county, its citizens, and your character. On behalf of the citizens of Anne Arundel County, I want to thank you for your commitment to keeping the citizens of Anne Arundel County safe. So thank each and every one of our graduates. God bless you, and stay safe.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Sheriff Jeff Gahler is the Harford County Sheriff. He's also a personal friend of mine. And in the last couple months, he set a standard that none of us ever want to have to set. And I'm sure he's going to talk about that tonight. We all know Harford County lost 2 deputies recently. And I want us to please give the warmest of welcomes to our guest this evening, Sheriff Jeff Gahler.
Start off by saying thank you, Chief. Very, very warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, most importantly, members of our graduating class, let me start tonight to say how honored I am to be here with you tonight, your graduation night. Certainly, it's a night filled with excitement, anticipation, and I'm sure just a little bit of relief, maybe. Tonight is the end of your journey to become an Anne Arundel County police officer, or a sheriff's deputy for one, or a fire marshal for 2 others. But it was a journey that began well ahead of your academy days. For some, it's a journey of at least the last year, the application process leading into the academy. But for others, it's been a pursuit of a lifetime. Although this journey is complete, this aspect of your journey is complete, it's brought you to a new gateway in our profession. It's where you begin on a new path. Your academy staff and instructors have prepared you, but the rest is up to you. Your career and what you become is now completely in your hands. As I said, I'm honored to be with you here today and honored to be asked to be part of this class graduation. This class indeed is special to me. I have in here, some might be asking why, but I think that question has been answered. How come a academy class in Anne Arundel County? How could an academy class in Anne Arundel County be that important to the sheriff from Harford County? Well, as you all know too well, and I'd be happy to share with those who don't, on February 10th, our Harford County Sheriff's Office family experienced the worst day in our 242 years of service. On February 10th, 2 of our deputies were brutally murdered, gunned down in the line of duty. Senior Deputy Pat Daly and Deputy First Class Mark Logston were killed in what was no more than that routine call for service. I have no doubt that it has been stressed by your instructors that there is no routine call for service. Do not doubt that advice or that instruction, not even for a second. In the hours after losing Pat and Mark, we began working on what we knew would be the largest funerals ever seen in our county. As Pat's and Mark's families began working out the details for each service, we worked to ensure the families would see nothing but a perfect and fitting hero send-off for our fallen brothers. The question was, where would we get the assistance that we needed? Then came the call from Chief Altomare, offering anything and everything his department had. And of course, what he had was this graduating class. This class of 32 men and women who came to our aid and worked each funeral service so that the men and women of our office could attend the funerals for their fallen brothers. This assistance, being there for us in our time of need, is a debt I cannot repay. I offer you, this class, my personal thanks and the gratitude on behalf of the 600 men and women of the Harford County Sheriff's Office family. In the 30 years of my police career, I've tried to live and work in accordance with 3 steadfast principles. I believed in these core values so much, I made them my platform for my effort, my campaign platform in my effort to become sheriff. And they are competence, character, and commitment. In my opinion, all 3 are necessary traits for anyone in law enforcement who has joined for the right reasons and who hopes to do the right thing and make a difference through their service. To a degree, each of you have demonstrated competence and character, competence and commitment in passing the lengthy application process and being chosen for a seat in the initial academy training. Going forward, you will improve your competence with the experience that comes with service, and hopefully you will remain as strongly committed to the path you have chosen, even during the longest and most challenging shifts or assignments. That leaves character, which in my opinion is the most important. Without character, you are on a path to failure. You have passed and surpassed many hurdles meant to evaluate your character during the application process and police academy, and you are here today, and of that you can be proud. But your character, your integrity, can be lost with just one poor decision, with just one lapse of judgment. Do not allow that to ever happen. You're graduating and going out into a world where currently law enforcement is unfairly being vilified, portrayed as having a lack of character. In the past couple of years, we have seen such a dramatic change in our profession. Not all of it bad, but so much of it is the result of hype and accusation instead of fact and need. As sheriff, I have dire concerns about how we treat an entire demographic based on the actions of a few individuals. That is called stereotyping. You know it when you see it or hear it. Grouping an entire demographic into one generalized statement based on the misdeeds of a very, very few, or even worse, condemning an entire demographic based on information and lies is simply wrong. The demographic I am referring to is our men and women in blue across this country. One example, hands up, don't shoot. Never happened, and is simply and clearly a lie that became a rallying call, all the same, for those who wish to demonize law enforcement. I've spoken many times about the tragedy of September 11th, 2001, but also of the focused appreciation and respect police officers and firefighters received for their heroic actions on that day. That day, officers, white officers, black officers, Asian officers, male officers, female officers, joined by an equally diverse group of firefighters, worked to save lives. They saved people of all races, religions, creeds, nationalities, and so on. Many of these officers and firefighters gave their very lives to save all lives. Not once did we hear some nonsense that a public safety officer turned their back on an individual because of race, gender, or any other factor. We, as a profession, recognize one clear fact: all lives matter. 9/11 was a large-scale example of what has happened and what does happen every single day in our country. Police officers work to protect and save lives. In the aftermath of losing Pat and Mark, what touched us at the Sheriff's Office most was the outpouring of love and support from our Harford County community, love and support that continues to this very day. I have called this the silent majority making themselves heard. You see, when those who demean or defile our profession are loud, they are loud and never bashful to find a camera or social media page in which to spread their hate. But those that matter most, the citizens that value the dedicated service of our men and women in blue, the service you will be providing shortly, often ignore the rebel rousers. Trust me, there are so many more citizens who believe in us and who believe in you. There are so many more men and women who value the services you're going to be providing to the communities here in Anne Arundel County. And there are so many more men and women who love and respect our profession. As you begin the next chapter of your law enforcement career, keep these people in mind. Know that they have your back as long as you are doing the right thing, the way you have been trained and educated to do. Again, you would not be here today if you have not lived a life focused on integrity and good judgment and decision-making, a life of competence, character, and commitment. Going forward, it is your character that will be on display every day and every shift. It is judged best by what you do and how you behave, but never more so than when you believe no one is looking. Trust me, someone is always looking, but it should not matter. Trust your training and keep to your mission, and there is nothing to worry about. It's now time for each of you to take the next step. During the services for Pat Daly, Deputy Pat Daly, I read a poem called Walking the Point. Part of that poem read, "Society may be a company of soldiers, but it certainly has and needs somebody walking the point. Every time you go out the precinct door, every time you answer the radio call, every time you stop to check out something suspicious, these are all examples of how you will take your turn of walking the point for your community, for your department, and for your fellow officers. It is my hope and my prayer that as you do this, you do so safely and by using the training that is so important that you just received. As you soak in this accomplishment, please take a minute to stop feeling busy and reflect on what brought you here. Remember to give special thanks to your family who filled this hall and your friends who supported you. They will continue to play, as the Chief said, such a big role during your career. I thank you again for allowing me to be part of this very special day. Wish you all the best in the years ahead. Be safe and God bless.
Thank you, Sheriff Gahler. At this time, I would like to introduce Recruit Officer Michael Latta, class leader of the 82nd Recruit class, who will deliver the class speech on behalf of his fellow classmates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Anne Arundel County Police Department 82nd Recruit Class Graduation Ceremony. I am Recruit Officer Michael Latta, and on behalf of the class, I would like to thank the County Executive, Stephen Schuh, the Chief of Police, Chief Timothy Altomare, the Training Academy Commander, Lieutenant Daniel Rodriguez, the entire Academy staff, as well as all of our distinguished guests, family members, and friends for being with us here on this long-awaited night. On the morning of September 24th, 2015, a group of about 40 of us stood atop the hill of the Academy grounds. We all looked around, dressed to impress, studied the other people that were standing there. Little did we know the bond we were about to form over the next 204 days. On the morning of Monday, September 28th, 2015, anxiety began to set in as we drove up the hill to where we parked our vehicles. We had all heard the horror stories, and after seeing the line of police vehicles in front of the building, I believe many of us began to remember the words our chief said to us on family night 4 days prior: "They cannot eat us." After a few minutes of standing around, shaking their core frames, Lieutenant Rodriguez and Sergeant Snyder walked up the hill and calmly greeted us. They instructed us to march down the hill so we could begin our day. Sounds fairly easy, right? We began marching, and as we rounded the bend in front of the range, that's when we first saw them. Down near the front gate to the academy was a line with what seemed like 100 drill instructors, when in all reality it was probably about 10. We continued our march down the hill when out of nowhere another drill instructor came out from behind a vehicle and started to scream at us. I think I speak for everyone when I say we all went to condition black and pretty much forgot our names. In 2012, I graduated from Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island. You would think after 3 months down there that I would have been fully prepared to endure day one of the police academy, but boy was I wrong. To me, it was like trying to learn a foreign language, and I can't tell you the amount of push-ups and sit-ups I had to do for saying "I, sir," "I, ma'am," instead of saying 10-4, sir, 10-4, ma'am. The next 2 weeks were incredibly tough and physically enduring. Mountain climbers, push-ups, flutter kicks, air squats, cherry pickers, and random sprints to different locations on the academy grounds took up most of our days. The instructors constantly reminded us that everything we did was for a reason, and we honestly wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. Those first few weeks were designed to make us come together as a team, and eventually things started to settle down as we got the hang of things. Together as a class, we completed constitutional law, criminal law, motor vehicle law, EVOC, firearms, care under fire, defensive tactics, and water rescue, just to name a few. We made it through a gas chamber filled with CS gas, we've all been tased, and we even had to fight through the effects of OC spray. It takes a special person to choose this career, and I believe it's a calling. From the thousands of applicants the department received, only 32 of them stand before you today, ready to take on the world and serve our community. Tragically, many who answered that call are no longer with us. From the beginning of the academy, we lost 61 brothers and sisters in blue. One is actually very personal to me. Officer Ashley Gwendon was shot and killed on her first day on the street. stands out to me because not only was it her first day, but she actually served with me in the Marine Corps for a few years before she got out and decided to become a police officer. Her story and her sacrifice will be a constant reminder to all of us to be safe and always remember that that ordinary routine call could become your last. I would like to close by saying to my class, congratulations 82, we finally made it. I'm proud to have been your class leader. We became a family, and I'm confident I can speak for every single one of us in saying how excited we are to become a member of the law enforcement family. Not only is this a career, but it's a lifestyle, and I'll be proud to serve beside each and every one of you. I hope you all stay safe every day you put on that badge. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask Chief Altomare to step up to the podium. Sir, it has been the tradition of each previous graduating class to present to the Chief of Police a plaque signifying recognition of our deep appreciation for the quality training we received at the Anne Arundel County Police Training Academy. On behalf of the 82nd Recruit Class, I present this plaque to you.
Thank you. Sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Recruit Officer Latta. We will now present several Recruit Officer Special Awards. Would Sergeant Matt Snyder, who is the Academy's entry-level training director, please come forward and assist with these presentations.
Good evening. During the course of our police training academy, emphasis was placed on an individual's ability to work as a team. However, there were several areas where individual excellence was observed. At this time, I would like to distinguish those recruit officers who have demonstrated exceptional performance in the areas of academics, firearms proficiency, emergency vehicle operations, physical fitness, defensive tactics, and leadership. First is the Academic Achievement Award. The Academic Achievement Award is presented in recognition of the individual who maintains the highest academic average throughout the training process. Our training program consists of 42 written and numerous essay examinations. The Academic Achievement Award for the 82nd Recruit Class is awarded to Recruit Officer Sean Bente. Next is the EVOC Award. The award is presented in recognition of the police recruit who demonstrated the highest overall combined score in our Emergency Vehicle Operations course, known as EVOC. This course is designed to test an individual's ability to operate a vehicle under extreme conditions. The recipient of this award for the 82nd Recruit Class is Recruit Officer Michael Latta. Next is the Marksmanship Award. This award is presented to the recruit officer who achieves the highest overall combined score during our firearms training process. Each recruit spends numerous hours of instruction in the proper use of firearms. The Marksmanship honor for the 82nd Recruit Class is presented to Recruit Officer Chad Fike. Next is the Physical Fitness Award. This award is presented to the recruit officer that excelled in physical fitness, which tests cardiovascular endurance as well as overall strength. An officer's physical fitness will have a major impact on their career. The Physical Fitness Award for the 82nd recruit class is presented to Recruit Officer Nicholas Shackelford. Next is the Defensive Tactics Award. This award is presented in recognition of the individual who demonstrated the highest level of proficiency in our defensive tactics training program. The program is designed to build the necessary skills to make sound judgment, proper utilization of issued equipment, and to overcome adversity in a physical altercation. The program culminates in a physically and mentally challenging final examination where all skills are combined and tested. The recipient from the 82nd recruit class is Recruit Officer Justin Wood. Finally, the Academy would like to present the final award to a recruit officer who displayed exceptional leadership skills, motivation, and dedication to the 82nd recruit class. The Leadership Award is traditionally presented to the class leader. As class leader, the recruit must go above and beyond the typical recruit assignments. Additionally, the class leader is instrumental in assisting the class with the transition to Academy life, and they provide enormous assistance to the Academy staff. The role of the class leader is difficult, time-consuming, and often a thankless job. For the 82nd recruit class, we would like to present the Leadership Award to Recruit Officer Michael Latta and thank him for his service to the class and our staff. Congratulations to all these recruits. Would Recruit Officer Latta now please step to the podium for one final presentation? It is the mission of an Anne Arundel County Police drill instructor to assist recruits in their efforts to become highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit, and able to protect and serve the citizens with great pride. They lead by example because, after all, they are police officers who proudly serve the community. The 82nd recruit class was given the opportunity to select a drill instructor who did an outstanding job accomplishing that mission. I am proud to present this award to drill instructor Lonnie Edmonds and thank him for his service to this class and our Academy staff.
And now is the time, the moment everybody's been waiting for. We will now present the 82nd recruit class with their graduation certificates and badges.
Class 82. Altomare. Schuh. Right. Hey. All right. Ha.
At this time, I would like to ask Chief Tim Altomare, County Executive Schuh, Sheriff Gahler, Mr. Bill McMahon, and Deputy Chief Davis to step forward to the stage there and assist with the presentation of the badges and certificates. Mr. Richard Yinger from our photo lab will be taking photos. However, family and friends are welcome to move to the front rows for pictures. So any family members they're in alphabetical order, so you can move down as your loved one is being presented their badge. Matthew E. Baldwin. You are allowed to applaud if you want. Picture. Sean P. Bente, Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge is his aunt, Corporal Lisa Towns of the Delaware State Police. Welby G. Burgone. Tyree D. Clark. I knew they were here. I knew they were here. Matthew A. Conover. James M. Crookshank. Rachel L. Daniel. Andrew S. Diesenberg. Donathan W. Epps. Kevin M. Faulkner. Chad A. Fike. Brandon Fry. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is his mother and his father, Carol and Maxwell Fry, who are both retired corporals from the Anne Arundel County Police Department.
Chief insists, give your mom a hug.
Gary E. Jones. Jamal L. Jones. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is his uncle, Deputy Gary Brown of the Prince George's County Sheriff's Department. Christopher J. Kerr. Michael B. Latta. David E. McDonald. Randy W. Meyer. Jacob H. Miskill. Catherine M. Morrow. Christina L. Riley. Christian Sansbury. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is his stepfather, PFC Scott Wisbrod of the Prince George's County Police Department. Nicholas T. Shackelford. Brian P. Slattery. Carl R. Smith. Kevin L. Stewart. Brandon D. White. He said, "We love you too." Justin T. Wood. Rodney A. Watring. Charles T. Bonsella. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is Colonel Rick Tabor of the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Department. Christopher G. Catucci. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is Chief Alan Graves of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Joseph W. Hinch. Assistant Chief Altomare, with the presentation of his badge, is Chief Alan Graves of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Let's have a round of applause for all of these graduating recruits. But there's more. There's more. There's one more part. There's one more important part of this ceremony. Chief Altomare, will you please administer the oath of office to the 82nd recruit class?
Class 82, Untitled Chapter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Matthew Wood. Tommy McGowan. Tommy Clark. Matthew Gahler. Introduce the board. Governor Knapp. Kevin Ballpark. Matt Fight. Brandon Brown. Aaron Jim. Mojo. Richard Carroll. Michael Latta. David Jones. Randy Mudge. Jacob Miskill. Christian Santer. Nicholas Chaplain. Ryan Slattery. Carl Smith. Trevor Stewart. Brendan Wright. Justin Wood. Bobby Watcher.
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland and support the Constitution and laws thereof, and that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of police officer in and for Anne Arundel County, according to the Constitution of this state. Congratulations, officers.
As we conclude the graduation ceremony for the 82nd recruit class, on behalf of County Executive Steve Schuh, Chief Tim Altomare, the Police Command staff, and the Academy staff, I would again like to thank all of you for your support and for sharing in this special occasion. Now I get the last word. As Academy Commander, I would like to give my personal congratulations to each of you, the members of the 82nd recruit class. Remember the principles of duty, honor, and integrity which you have been taught. Always remain a professional. As I told you many times, never go down the slippery slope, and never forget the oath that you have just taken. Finally, remember, as we also discussed many times, from day one, and was reiterated today, with great power comes great responsibility. I wish all of you the best in your careers. Corporal Edmonds, take charge of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our celebration. Thank you for attending. Please drive safely and have a wonderful evening.